Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaur Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Maybe I'll introduce.
Hare Krishna, let us welcome Kalakanth Prabhu and Krishna Kishore Prabhu, three Lord enthusiastic. So first I request Krishna Kishore Prabhu to introduce us about Kalakanth Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It's so different that I am coming first time and I am introducing another devotee. So we are very fortunate. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, take this, sir.
So we are very fortunate to have with us His Grace Kalakanth Prabhu. He is originally from Brazil, but you will be very happy to know that he spent his childhood in Hyderabad in 1981. And then he traveled different places, and he is our global GBC minister for cow protection and agriculture. So Prabhu became the global minister in 2016? 15 and almost 11 years. And he has been serving this purpose of cow protection and agriculture all over the world, developing many courses. He revolutionized actually this ministry. He made many systems, directory for cows, directory for goshalas, and recently they had a mega conference in Ahmedabad. You can see on Hare Krishna TV, it was live telecasted, many senior devotees participated. Also in Brazil, Prabhu is developing a project called Living Labs, a very natural living. He's developing a farm with lot of aspects on Prabhupada's teachings of simple living, high thinking. So Prabhu was here. So I requested Prabhu, please come. You bless us with your association. So he kindly accepted our request.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, come here, you can sit. And now I'm introducing this devotee here. This is Krishna Kishore. Haribol! In 2016, I made a small request of His Holiness Bhakti Chandra Swami Maharaj. I was starting this ministry, global mission, no money, no vision. What are we going to do? How are we going to transform the world of cow protection mission? So I asked Maharaj a small donation. I was in the elevator of the GBC meetings, and Maharaj was with me, so we entered together. I said, it's my chance. Maharaj, we need some Lakshmi, Taka to run the ministry. And he listened to me, he said, okay, that's okay. But for 1 year he did not reply. And I said, oh, Maharaj couldn't do it. The next year, His Holiness Bhakti Chandra Swami, he phoned me from Mayapur. He says, Kalakanth Prabhu, you're very enthusiastic. Sorry, last year I could not give you, but this year I'm the chairman of the GBC body, And my first priority is to help cow protection in ISKCON. So we went to America, and immediately he opened a non-profit. Like this, we needed to make permission. He said, we don't need permission, you're a minister. He opened the non-profit. He opened a bank account, and then he brought a very young man with me. Krishna Kishore was 22. And I was thinking, Maharaj brought this 22-year-old boy for the cow protection board, maybe. But then I realized Krishna Kishore is such an expert person in so many fields. And one time I was with Maharaj in his quarters, the servants' quarters, and I'm discussing with Krishna Kishore about the ministry, what we're going to do, so many issues. And then Maharaj came in. Oh, you two are here. I said, yes, you're here, Maharaj. I'm with Krishna Kishore and he's helping me to sort out all my problems. Yes, he can sort out all your problems. And then he left. So from that time I realized Krishna Kishore is an expert preacher. He goes to London, to Australia, to America, to India, and he's constantly preaching Ujjain. And through his efforts, so many beautiful things are coming in Ujjain. Restaurants, and the legal is ended. And he comes from a very noble family, and his noble wife is here with him, always accompanying his preaching mission. And they are an example in our society of preachers, very sattvic, very grounded, and in the ministry has helped a lot. So, Haribol! So he was coming tonight and he says, you want to come? I said, well, why not? Like I'll be an extra in your presentation. So you want to say more things about him?
I think the sweetest way you said, I don't think I want to read this anymore. I just want to request what is Mataji's name? Shailaja Pyari Dasi Mataji ki. Yeah. So, I think, now we're going to experience some very nice Vaishnava mellows here. With two senior devotees sitting here. And I'd like to say something about Krishna Kishore Prabhu. He speaks very sweetly. And I hear his lectures whenever I have to give a seminar on some Vaishnava Acharyas. I search what Prabhuji has spoken, and many times I've repeated here. And it's a great fortune that such amazing, Vaishnavas are here, and just to encourage us, to inspire us. I personally was very eager to hear today's evening session. So please give all rapt attention and try to get as much as you can from such Vaishnavas. Bhakti Prem Maharaj, whenever he comes here, we get that power, of the blessings and the enthusiasm that he shares. And Prabhuji is coming from that place, where this enthusiasm is exhibited in the form of beautiful temple in Ujjain. And many of us visited there. And hopefully we'll again go there. I'm really desirous to go there again and experience that kind of enthusiasm. The only place I've seen where, outside Mayapur and outside Vrindavan, where more than 100 brahmacharis and so many grahas are attending Mangalarti every day. And there is such a vibrance. So, Prabhuji, I have requested Prabhuji to speak on Gaura Katha, because we are preparing for Mahaprabhu's appearance. And every year, it's a reminder for us that we should become more serious and understand the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So, with no more delay, let us welcome both the Prabhujis here who have come here to bless us with three loud and enthusiastic.
Hare Krishna. So, the topic tonight is Gaura Katha. So, to get the mercy of Gauranga, we need a special mercy from Lord Nityananda. Okay? So, I'm going to ask you all to repeat a simple song to invoke the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Are you ready? Yes. So, we say something like this. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Hey, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Second part. You did well. You're enthusiastic. That's good. Second part goes like this. See, there's two parts. Listen and then you repeat. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Okay, up and down. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda. Again. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Once again. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Nitai, 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 hey, Nitai, Nitai, oh, Nitai, Nitai, oh, Nitai, Nitai, oh, Nitai, Nitai, Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Everybody. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda. Again. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. All the Prabhus. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Mataji. Everybody! Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Oh, Nitai, Nitai. Hey, Nitai, Nitai. Hey, Nitai, Nitai. Oh, Nitai, Nitai. Nitai, 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 Gaura. Nitai, 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 Gaura. Nitai, Nitai. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Everybody. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Ram. Haribo! Haribo! So Nityananda is opening the house. Yeah, I can use this. Okay, let's. This way? This. Yeah. So I prepared something small just to start, and then I'll hand over to Krishna Kishore. So we're talking of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and to speak about him, we need really to speak about this book. What is it? The Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is divided in three parts, as all of you know. It's Adi Lila. Adi Lila speaks about childhood pastimes. Madhya Lila,
Preaching.
after sannyas, and Antya Lila,
Krishna
Gaudiya, the deep, heartfelt rasas of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, how many chapters are there in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita? You're not reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. 62. There are 62 chapters. And how many verses? You don't know? Almost 11,500 plus. From these 11,500 plus verses, 800 were taken from 50 scriptures. So the first question is, why this book was written? Do you know?
To reveal us about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life journey, and none of us could know if this was not written.
Right, but there was already two biographies at the time, being one Chaitanya Mangala, which was very prominent, by Vrindavan Das Thakur, right?
Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Chaitanya Bhagavat. And Chaitanya Mangala is by Lord
Chaitanya.
Yes, Lord Chaitanya. Yes, exactly.
After sannyas was not described much.
See the acharyas, ladies acharyas. Yes. His later pastime is not well described. So the Vaishnavas in Vrindavan were requesting Krishna Das Kaviraj to write this book. But he didn't want to write. Very humble, very simple Vaishnava, very humble Vaishnava. Extremely exalted, but very humble. And he says, no, it's already a biography, but you have to write. And then he says, okay, in the mood of service to the Vaishnavas, I will write it, but wherever topics have been elaborated by Vrindavan Das Thakur, I will not touch them. I will not elaborate on that. And that reveals the mood of the associates of Lord Chaitanya. There was no competition, there was glorification. That's the first point we understand by these Vaishnava dealings. Yeah? So, there were commentaries on the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, do you know that? Which ones? Yeah, but Charyas in your congregation, Prabhuji. Hare. Yes, yes. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, after he wrote his commentary, he focused on one aspect. I want to read it for you. He says, Bhaktivinoda says, there's a natural brotherhood. He highlights that when the offenses in established religions are removed, followers of different sampradayas can coexist as brothers, chanting the holy names together. And I experienced that when I was in Hyderabad. In our road, there were Hindus, Muslims. Actually, in my house, the driver was Muslim, Zafar, and the cook was Hindu. And they're very good friends. And we had many servants, about 5 servants. And the person who took care of the house, she was Christian. So everybody was really happy in that. The Dhobi, I remember him, had a permanent smile on his face. He was always smiling. He was a Hindu. And I told him, I love this dhoti, can you teach me? And he smiled, you want to wear a dhoti? And he was smiling. He found it very amusing. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Anubhasya, he got a special point. He went deeper. Anybody knows? What did he focus on? Yeah? And he said, this book provides an insight on the teaching, a deep insight on the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, focusing pure devotional service, Shuddha Bhakti, and opposing Mayavada. So you see that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was preaching heavily against Mayavada. And when we hear Mayavada, we think about philosophers in the Himalayas, but actually Mayavada is here with you and me. Do you know that? Do you know where? Right here. Isn't it? I'm talking to you and I'm messaging. This is impersonalism. 4 friends on a table, 4 friends typing. Hey, oh yes. So the impersonal living is coming through technology. You talk to a machine, you talk to a flight attendant. Hello sir? Press 1 for this, press 2 for that. You're talking to a machine. That human relationship is becoming secondary. The personal dealings. So that's impersonalism infiltrating, practical impersonalism in our lives. And we need to understand that we need to cut that by having loving relationships with the devotees. Sharing prasadam, sharing the nectar pastime of the Lord. This is cutting the impersonalism in half and becoming personal. Huh? Right. Actually, there are some benefits when we read the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I'd like to read it for you. In the Adi Leela 1.7 and 1.8, it said, Sunile kandibe chitera agyanadi dosha Krishna gada prema hobe paibe shantosha. Simply hearing, submissively, we free one's heart from all the faults of ignorance. And thus, one will achieve deep love for Krishna. This is the path for peace. So look at a beautiful verse. By reading this Chaitanya Charitamrita, you develop love for Krishna. And that's what we want, right? Is it? Hare. Hare. So you want to develop that. Verse 108, 109 continues to establish the benefits. If one patiently hears about the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Advaita Prabhu, and their devotees, devotional activities, names and fame, along with the mellows of their transcendental loving exchanges, one will learn, listen to the blessings, one will learn the essence of the absolute truth. How to say essence in Hindi?
Sar.
Sar. It's asar, the essence. You get it just by hearing submissively. Then Krishna Das Kaviraj, therefore, I have described this in the Chaitanya Charitamrita with logic and discrimination. And finally, in the Antya Leela 588, we get a hint. What happens to you and me when you read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita? It says, the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just like an ocean of nectar. Even a drop of this ocean can inundate all the three worlds. Think about it. We are in the planet Earth, Bhumi Loka. And in Bhumi Loka, we are situated in the country of Bharat. In Bharat, we are sitting in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, there's a road. What's the name of this road here?
Surprisingly, it's Prabhupada Mark.
Prabhupada Marg. We are sitting in Prabhupada Marg on a yoga studio on top of a hamburger shop. The real essence. And here, one drop of Gaura Katha can inundate our hearts. It's available. Each one of us can be inundated by this Gaura Katha. Even a drop. What a benefit. And Prabhupada explained his purport. The present Krishna conscious movement is none different from the pastime performed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was personally present. For the same principles are being followed and the same actions performed without fail. Prabhupada, if we are genuine, the same nectar is here for us. Like in Shivasangan house, when the Kirtan was rolling, the same Kirtan can be here. So we heard about the benefits, and now I'd like to just quickly wrap up with the mission. What is the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Can anybody tell me?
Spread the holy name.
Who said that? Spread the holy name. Who can give more?
Establish Braj.
Establish Vraj Prem. Yes.
भारत भूमि ते होइले मनुष्य जन्मिया जन्म सार्थक करी तो
Can you translate that? My Bengali is still slow.
sorry well tried correct so I mean it is said that it is very fortunate soul who takes birth under this Bharat Bhumi because that Bhumi is especially empowered by Lord and if you have taken a birth it is your sole responsibility to understand the purpose and also help others to perfect the life.
Yeah.
A lot of things, but
So you have to become a guru. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you're born here, you have to become a guru. Not me, I'm free. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Adi Lila 14, he says, for a long time, I have not bestowed unalloyed loving service to me, him, Mahaprabhu, upon the inhabitants of this world. Without such a loving attachment, the existence of material world is useless. Without this love, we're just caught in this samsara wheel. You're born, you get a green card, go to America, work for Google, then you get old, come back to Bharata, you go. Now you try Microsoft next life. And you're going around and around and around and around and around. So without prema, this circle is useless, he's saying. Now he continues about his mission. In 319 he says, he personally inaugurate the religion of the age. What is that? Nam Sankirtan, the congregation chanting the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. See, This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself saying, what is the mission? Now he's going on. I shall accept the role of devotee and I shall teach devotional service by practicing myself. Now pay attention, this is very important. 321, Adi Lila. Unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. So you can become a guru only if you practice. That's your responsibility.
So this also resembles with Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, that's also in the Bhagavad Gita and in the Bhagavatam. This conclusion is indeed confirmed through the Gita and the Bhagavatam. Now he concludes, therefore, in the company of my devotees, I shall appear on earth, we are celebrating this next Tuesday, and perform various colorful pastimes. That's what Krishna Kishore is going to talk about. Finally, he concludes in 329, thinking thus, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself, descended at Nadia early at the age of Kali. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Now, final point. The mood. We heard about the benefits, heard about the mission. What is the mood that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had when he came? Anybody knows? The mood of Radharani, that's a confidential reason, yes. Other moods?
Devotee.
Devotee what? Devotee care, devotee what?
Devotee in liberal and the bhava.
Devotee feeling separation. See what he says in the Adi Lila 7:23. Patra patra vichara nahi stana. Ye yaha paya tanha kare prema dan. In distributing love of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates not considered who is a fit candidate and who was not, nor where such distribution should or should not take place. Pay attention. They made no distinctions. Wherever they got the opportunity, the members of the Panchatattva distributed love of Godhead. Now, this is the mood. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's giving freely to anybody. Doesn't matter if you come from Brazil, like me, or from America, or from India, from Bharata, or from Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. Doesn't matter. Everybody is qualified to get the mercy. With that mood, some humility starts to grow in our mind. And when humility comes, something very magical happens. All these people in these books, they had humility. So the common thread of the spiritual world is humility. Even Sri Krishna, there is a famous story in South India. When a Brahmin is reading the Bhagavad Gita, he cannot read, but he's crying. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets him and says, you are crying, but do you understand? He says, no, I cannot read. My spiritual master told me to read Bhagavad Gita, but I cannot read. So I keep trying. And says, but why are you crying? Well, the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself is taking the role of a charioteer for Arjuna. How much love he has for his devotee. It's imaginable. He said, you are the true comprehender of the Bhagavad Gita. And then he revealed his universal form as God to him. And said, but you, don't tell anybody. Otherwise you spoil my pastime, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very humble. And you see how Krishna is so humble. But Krishna says, I reveal the truth if you surrender. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you surrender, if you don't surrender, I reveal the truth. So this is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Gaura Purnima is a special moment when he is so happy in his appearance day that he can just, like an intoxicated man, give free dakshin to anybody. So it's a good time for us to pray, to do service, to try to please him and get all the blessings of the universe. Because we're trying to do one thing. trying to cleanse the heart. Chitta darpana marjanam. Because all these things in the heart is stopping us from entering the heart. They're blocking. And all the attachment keep us in the mud, superficial aspects of the heart. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is inside the heart. We have to go in the heart to meet him. So that's my small contribution. I'll hand over to the very expert speaker, Krishna Kishore Prabhu, who has a whole Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya class itself. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Kalakanth Prabhu ki
Leela Prabhupada ki jai.
Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Shri Guru Vaishnavisya Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Saranaravitam Samsaskivam Sankirtan Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Saganalika Shri Vishakam Swa Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Ishatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Premamradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Jise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Lila Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tattvajanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanuswade Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalparubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudhi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we do in English generally?
Now you ask, right? After I spoke.
And how much time we have? Oh, okay, we have time. Hare Krishna. So I'm very grateful to be here tonight. Actually, just like Rukmini heard glories of Krishna and developed affection, love, attachment towards Krishna, I also heard so many glories of His Grace Leela. His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj, he glorifies Prabhu a lot, so much. He says how effectively he is preaching. He has expanded preaching in different areas. So many Rath Yatras, so many programs, and now new center coming up. All these wonderful activities we would hear. And then also His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu, when he came to Ujjain, we were discussing with him about how to preach, and he was giving example of your center and Leela. Although I'm visiting first time, but I was traveling in this area in my consciousness to take inspiration. And when I was told the name of the center is Bhakti Center, I was visualizing how it would be. And when I entered, I was so happy. This resembles the Bhakti Center His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj opened in New York City. The same style paintings, the walls, everything, and of course the mood of devotees. So I'm very grateful, very fortunate to be here. In ISKCON, we have so wonderful devotees like His Grace Kalakanth Prabhu. The way he was mentioning is not less than a rock star. He started with powerful presentation, Kirtan. And I was thinking, after this, what will I speak? Generally in Bengali eating, first they serve you Karela. And I was wondering why they serve Karela? I was so, why they serve Karela? And they said, because once you eat Karela, your taste goes so bad. Whatever you eat, that will taste good. But here now it is opposite. First sweet is served, and now you are given Karela. How you will digest it, I am wondering. But still, in our MP, in Madhya Bharat, in Madhya Pradesh, we eat sweet before and last both. One time somebody was asked, why are you eating sweet first? He said, imagine, if I start eating and if I die halfway, I will be bereft of eating sweet. So therefore we went first with Kalakanth Prabhu. I am very fortunate. Prabhu is almost like a fatherly devotee in my life, giving a lot of affection, tolerating my mistakes. And actually, the way he presented Lord Chaitanya's importance, I am inspired. I am very much inspired to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not just an incarnation. There are so many incarnations. We read in Bhagavatam, just like the waves in ocean, so many incarnations come. But Lord Chaitanya, he personally, as Prabhu was mentioning, entered the hearts of living entities. And he cleansed the heart. Just like if a guest comes home and our home is not clean, we'll feel embarrassed. But if our childhood friend comes home, our home is not clean, we'll ask him, help me to clean the home. Lord Chaitanya is friend like that, he's well-wishing. He doesn't judge, oh your heart is not clean, I won't come. He comes and cleanses the heart. That is Lord Chaitanya. And I was told to speak Gaura Katha, but in relation to Lord Jagannath. And I was wondering why this connection was so special. See, 4 yugas, 4 yuga dharmas, right? The yuga dharma of Satya Yuga we know is meditation. The dham, the tirtha for Satya Yuga is Badrinath. Lord is doing austerities. Now, the tirtha for Treta Yuga, yuga dharma is Yajna, is Rameshwara. Tirtha for Dwapar Yuga is Dwarka. Of course, Krishna lived there, worshipped with opulence. So Yuga Dharma was worshipped. Now technically, Tirtha for Kali Yuga should be Mayapur. Because Lord Chaitanya appeared in Mayapur. But in different Puranas, especially Skanda Purana is written, that Tirtha for Kali Yuga is Jagannath Puri. And we see also Lord Chaitanya did most of his pastimes in Jagannath Puri. Why was that? Because Lord Chaitanya knew one special detail. He knew, I am taking this holy name, which is the simplest of all processes. Only by chanting holy name one can go back home, back to Godhead. But still, as soon as these people will chant holy name, they will sleep. They have no attachment to chant holy name. Right? We say in ISKCON there are 2 mantras. One for sleeping, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, for sleep. And one for getting up, Mahaprasade Govinda. 2 mantras, very famous. So Lord Chaitanya know that. And therefore, what did Lord Chaitanya do? He thought, what is the most interesting thing for Kali Yuga people? Eating. You can see people sleeping while listening to the lectures. You can see people sleeping while chanting. You can see people sleeping while driving. You can even see people while standing. I saw that when you were studying, some some of our devotees getting up early 3 o'clock, they would go in lab and they would stand and sleep. But you will never see anybody sleeping while eating. So Lord Chaitanya thought, let me go to the eating god. Who is that? Lord Jagannath. So he did partnership with Lord Jagannath. He settled, he shifted from Mayapur to Jagannath. And that's how Lord Jagannath and Chaitanya together is delivering the people of Kali Yuga. Very special combination. And we are so fortunate. Srila Prabhupada gave us both. Even in Jagannath Puri, people have no clarity who is Lord Jagannath. I went with my father in my childhood, and my father got a panda, and he was giving us a tour of Lord Jagannath. And I specifically remember that panda is introducing, that white deity, he is Lord Shiva. That yellow deity, he is Vishnu. And that black deity, he is Brahma. He explained like that. That is the condition even in Jagannath Puri. What to speak about the Western world? One time, when Pujari was serving the deities, he was doing real hard work. ISKCON standards, you have to get up early, wake up, 6 times offering, dressing, aarti, everything, cooking, everything he was doing. Real struggle. So one day, he wrote letter to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, I am serving these deities. This is my schedule. I work so hard. Everything. I have just one question. Who are these 3 people whom I am serving? Prabhupada replied, oh, they are Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. It's Krishna himself. He's Balaram. Subhadra is their sister. So that is Jagannath. Even in India, there are so many confusions about Lord Jagannath. Now come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even more confusion. If you are not from Bengal, if you are not from Odisha, only you hear about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after coming to ISKCON. Yes. Right? How many of you heard about Lord Chaitanya after coming to ISKCON? Yes? We know Krishna, we know Lord Ram, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and still now it doesn't fit. He is Lord or not. People have this doubt. Right? One time, a group of students came to Mayapur. Panchatattva, Prabhu lives in Mayapur. The Panchatattva is standing in front of Panchatattva, and the students asked the teacher, who are these 5 people? The teacher was not sure who are they. So she read there, Panchatattva. Now she is giving her explanation. She is saying, see Panchatattva, fire, air, and when you have these 5 tattvas in your hand, you will become God. This is how she is explaining. My brahmachari is standing nearby. He heard, and he shared with his friend. By explaining her explanation of Panchatattva, I feel like punching her and explaining what is Panchatattva. This is not Panchatattva. Very rare, very rare. To understand who is Lord Chaitanya, to understand who is Lord Jagannath, very rare. And very fortunate that we are in Srila Prabhupada's movement, who is giving us this opportunity to understand who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prabhu was glorifying Chaitanya Charitamrita so much. Let's read from Chaitanya Charitamrita. We have projection?
Yes.
Can you display? Can you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 6. So we know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did his Navadip pastimes for 24 years. Very beautiful, long, curly hairs. And Lord Chaitanya started the Sankirtan movement. But the problem was, that time in India there were a lot of Vedic rules. Especially the Smartas, the Brahmanas, would not respect anybody who is not a sannyasi. And one day Lord Chaitanya's his own students, Lord Chaitanya was dancing, chanting, singing the names of gopis. His own students started to make fun of him. Then Lord Chaitanya thought, no, I need to do something. I came here to deliver these people, and if they don't have respect for me, if they don't listen to me, how they will get delivered? I have to do something. And seeing that particular situation of that time, 500 years ago, he decided to take sannyas. He went to Keshav Bharati, took sannyas, and he wanted to go to Vrindavan. But Lord Nityananda, as Prabhu was mentioning, is more merciful. Lord Nityananda thought, Lord Chaitanya is going to distribute his love, his compassion all over the world. But look at people of Navadip. They are suffering. how can this most munificent incarnation leave his own people in this state of pain? I have to bring him back to Navadip. So what he did, Lord Chaitanya was not having any sense of which direction he is going. He wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Lord Nityananda diverted him and brought him to Shantipur. They were little children, they were playing, and Lord Nityananda went to them and said, and sannyasi will come dancing. He will ask, what is this place? And you tell, this is Vrindavan. The boys did the same. Lord Chaitanya asked, what is this place? This is Vrindavan. And Lord Chaitanya became so happy. Nityananda, we reached Vrindavan so early. In 3 days, we reached Vrindavan. Which is this river? He said, Yamuna. Vrindavan means this has to be Yamuna. And Lord Chaitanya jumped in Yamuna. And then he saw Advaita Acharya coming on a boat. He said, Advaita Acharya, are you really here? In Vrindavan, how come you are here? And then Advaita Acharya said, my dear Lord, please come. He gave him fresh clothes, dry clothes. Lord Chaitanya dressed up. And then he realizes he's in Shantipur. So finally all devotees come, they meet. And when they meet, Mother Sachi comes. And now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts to cry. And he begs forgiveness. You see, sometimes we think to be a devotee means very rough and tough. One time one person went to a guru and he said, I want sannyas. And they said, why you want sannyas? What qualification you have? He said, my wife died and I didn't cry a single tear. That means I am ready for sannyas. The guru said, you are not qualified. One who cannot cry for his own wife, what he will cry for Krishna? You have no emotions. Go away. Lord Chaitanya has so much emotions. He cries, he begs forgiveness to Mother Sachi. And he says, if you say my mother, I'll leave sannyas. I'll come back home. Now don't try with today's parents. If you say we'll leave chanting, they'll say leave chanting. They will not accept. But Mother Sachi understood. She said, no, you took sannyas, don't do that. People will make fun of you. If you have taken sannyas, I accept it. But I have one request. Don't go to Vrindavan. It's too far. You come to Jagannath Puri. And Jagannath Puri and Mayapur are like 2 rooms in same house. I'll get news. So you stay in Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya accepted. And that time Lord Chaitanya said, my dear Mother Sachi, you are my eternal mother. When my deity is made, you will be the metal. Whenever my glories will be written, you will be the pen, you will be the ink. And whenever my names will be chanted, you will be the tongue. You will be my eternal mother. And following the orders of Mother Sachi, Lord Chaitanya decided to come to Jagannath Puri. Now this yatra itself is very, very nicely described by Vrindavan Das Thakur and Chaitanya Bhagavat. You can read in Anta Khanda, 2nd chapter. Very detailed. He describes how Lord Chaitanya goes with all Anandas, which are Jagadananda, Nityananda, Mukunda, Govinda, so many Anandas. And Lord Chaitanya is traveling and he goes little further and then he turns and he asks, tell me honestly, if you all are carrying something with you. They said, Lord Chaitanya, without your permission, why will you carry anything? Yes. This is perfect Tirtha Yatra. This is perfect pilgrimage. You don't carry anything. We go to pilgrimage, if there is no return ticket, we'll cancel our yatra. But Lord Chaitanya said, this is perfect pilgrimage. Don't carry anything. And then he travels and travels. There's so many nice descriptions. Finally come to a place and he decides to take bath. Jagadananda was there. Lord Chaitanya gives his sannyas danda to Jagadananda. And he says, okay, I'm going to take bath, take care of my danda. New sannyasi always carries his danda. Lord Chaitanya was very happy to carry that danda. Gave to Jagadananda, went to take bath. And Jagadananda had responsibility to cook for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was away. Jagadananda thought, I have to cook, I have to beg, come back, cook. Let me place this danda securely. So he went to Nityananda Prabhu. He said, Nityananda Prabhu, can you keep this danda for some time? Keep it safe. I am coming short while. He goes. When he comes back, there was no danda. He said, Nityananda Prabhu, where is the danda? He said, I don't know. Whoever had danda, ask him. Oh, I placed next to you. He said, I don't know where is danda. And Jagadananda sees, danda was flowing in the river. 3 parts. He complained to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, you consider me your brother? This person broke your danda. He threw it in the river. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Shripad, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would call Nityananda Prabhu Shripad. He said, Shripad, did you break my danda? Lord Nityananda said, no. You don't know what you do. When you chant, you become so ecstatic, you jumped high, and then you fell on me. I fell on danda. And because we both fell on the danda broke. So what is my fault? Actually, it is your fault. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so angry. The only possession I had after sannyas was this danda and you broke it. Now either you go in front or I go front. We don't go together. Lord Nityananda thought, if we go in front and Lord Chaitanya go back, he will faint any time. Chanting the holy name will get unconscious. Who will pick him up? You go first. And then Lord Chaitanya goes first. And then Vrindavan Das Thakur writes, every step, his eagerness to see Jagannath was increasing thousands and thousands of times. The moment he saw Atharnala, the place where Jagannath Puri starts, still that Atharnala is there. That place, Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy grew millions of times. He was so eager to see Jagannath. See, who is Lord Jagannath? We know the background. Lord Jagannath is Dwarka Krishna, crying in separation for Brajavasi, especially Srimati Radharani. And who is Lord Chaitanya? Prabhu was explaining, Radharani is moved. He is crying in the mood of Radharani for Krishna. And they both are going to meet today. So just imagine how much eagerness they have. Lord Chaitanya is. He was not running, he was flying. And as he saw the chakra, his ecstasy, his eagerness went millions and millions times more. And then he entered the temple. And when he entered the temple, he crossed Bhogamandap. He went to the Jagmohan. And first time he saw Lord Jagannath. And there this chapter begins. So we'll read from Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
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 Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
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 Madhya Leela. Somebody else has to handle.
Yes.
Madhya Leela, chapter 6, Shlok 3. You can do advanced view, so you don't have to do next. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami summarizes each chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita with a Sanskrit shloka. And this chapter he describes that how Lord Chaitanya delivered Sarvam Bhattacharya. Naumitam Gaura Chandram ya Kutarka Karkakashayam Sarvabhaumam Sarvabhuma Bhakti Bhuma Namacharat. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Gaurachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who converted the hard-hearted Sarvam Bhattacharya, the reservoir of all bad logic, into a devotee. Yes, so we come to the Shloka 3. So Sarvam Bhattacharya was incarnation of Brihaspati, very intelligent. And he studied in Mithila. That time Mithila was the hub for studies, Nyaya Shastra. But these teachers of Mithila didn't allow anybody to write down the notes. Like you all are not taking notes. So they were not allowing to take notes. Because they were expecting Shrutidhars. You remember everything. So in the same way, in Mithila, they didn't allow anybody to take notes. But another intention was, if somebody copies all these Nyaya Shastras from Mithila, he can open his own school. And they didn't want any other university than Mithila. Now Sarvam Bhattacharya was so sharp. He went to Mithila. Not only he memorized all Nyaya Shastras, he memorized all explanations. And he wrote it down in his own words and started his own school in Jagannath Puri. No more people went to Mithila. They all came to Sarvam Bhattacharya. Jagannath Puri was the hub for studies, just like Navadip. And so many students from all over the world would come and study under Sarvam Bhattacharya. Now this Sarvam Bhattacharya was delivered by Lord Chaitanya as soon as he went to Sri Jagannath Puri. So let us read from there. Aveshe cha Leela Prabhu Jagannath Mandire.
Aveshe cha Leela Prabhu Jagannath Mandire.
Jagannath dekhi preme hoilo astire.
Jagannath dekhi prema hoile astire.
Jagannath linge bichalila dhaiya. Mandire padila preme avishta bhaiya. So when Lord Chaitanya first saw Lord Jagannath, he became so ecstatic, so ecstatic. He ran. Already he was running. And he was running like mad lion. And as he saw Lord Jagannath, he ran, he crossed Gaura Stamba. He entered into the Garbhagriha. And if you saw Lord Jagannath's Garbhagriha, you have to climb down some stairs. So Lord Jagannath was up on the altar. Lord Chaitanya saw him and he jumped to embrace Lord Jagannath. But as he jumped, in air he became unconscious and fell down. And then pujaris were surprised. Who is this so beautiful, so tall? He came like running, he came like mad lion, saw Lord Jagannath, became unconscious. Deve sarvabhaume taha ki kare darshana. Deve sarvabhaume kare darshana. Paricha marite te ho koilo nivarana. Paricha marite te ho koilo nivarana. Prabhu ra saundarya arke mera vikhar. Dekhi sarvabhauma hailo vismita apar. Dekhi sarvabhauma hailo vismita apar. Bahu kshane chaitanya hi bhogir kala hailo. Bahu kshane chaitanya hi bhogir kala hailo. Sarvabhauma mane tabe upay chintila. Sarvabhauma mane tabe upay chintila. So as Lord Chaitanya got unconscious, there were no symptoms of life. They were feeling there's no heartbeat. There was no breathing. That was the condition of Lord Chaitanya. Now pujaris thought, how somebody can enter altar like that? Can in our temple is somebody enter altar like that? We tolerate? So pujaris wanted to beat. And Sarvabhaum, by Lord's arrangement, Deva, he came and he stopped. No. It looks something special. And he tested. He put a little cotton swab near nose of Lord Chaitanya. And there was little movement. He said, no, he is alive. And then pujaris were confused. What we are supposed to do? If he is dead, we have to clean everything. But bhoga time, we have to make offerings. What Sarvam did? Sarvam brought Lord Chaitanya home. Shishya padicha dwara Prabhu Leela bahaiya. Shishya padicha dwara Prabhu Leela bahaiya. Ghare aane pavitra sthane rakhila soaya. Ghare aane pavitra sthane rakhila soyana. Swas prashwas nahi udara sampadan. Swas prashwas nahi udara sampadan. Dekhiya chintita haila bhattacharya mana. Dekhiya chintita haila bhattacharya mana. Sukshma tula ani nasa agrete darila. Sukshma tula ani nasa agrete darila. Ishat chalai tula dekhi dharya hoila. Ishat chalai tula dekhi dharya hoila. Vasi Bhattacharya mane kare na vichar. Vasi Bhattacharya mane kare na vichar. Hey Krishna Mahapremir Satvika Vikar. Hey Krishna Mahapremir Satvika Vikar. So just to handle that situation, bhoga offering has to be made. What Sarvam Bhattacharya did? He picked up the Lord. But Lord was so heavy, so many disciples of Sarvabhaum had to lift. Just like, little ants, they carry sugar candy. So like that, they were carrying Lord Chaitanya. And they brought him home. But Sarvabhaum was so fearful. If this young sannyasi die in my home, there will be police report against me. Nobody knows. A stranger came from outside. He became unconscious. Somehow he brought them home. He tested. And then Sarvabhaum, he read all scriptures. So he understood. This is not normal person. He is showing symptoms of Krishna Prema Mahabhav. Pure ecstatic symptoms of love for Krishna. What is the symptoms? Is described. Sudipta Satvikaye Name Je Pralaya.
Sudipta Satvikaye Name Je Pralaya.
Nitya Siddha Bhakta Je Sudipta Bhava Hai.
Nitya Siddha Bhakta Se Sudipta Bhava Hai.
Adhiruda Bhavajar Karo Ekar.
Adhiruda Bhavajar Karo Ekar.
Manushera deha dekhi bado chamatkar.
Manushera dehi dekhi bado chamatkar.
So he was so astonished how this Shuddha Sattvic Vikar called Pralaya are in some normal human being. It's not possible. Pralaya means devastation. Here body is devastated. No symptom of life. How is possible a normal human being can exhibit this kind of symptoms? Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was astonished. In the meantime, Lord Chaitanya's associate came to Jagannath Puri. Those four who were following, they reached Jagannath Puri. Eta Chinti Bhattacharya Achena Vashiya.
Eta Chinti Bhattacharya Achena Vashiya.
Nityananda Visimho Dware Niviyashiya.
Nityananda Raja Sari Gari Nivitashya.
Taha Shune Lok Kahe Anno Anne Bhar.
Taha Shune Loke Kahe Anno Anne Bhar.
एक सन्यासी आशी देखी जगन्नाथ.
एक सन्यासी देखी जगन्नाथ.
मूर्छित हईला चेतना होए शरीरे.
मूर्छित हईला शरीरे.
सार्वभौम लैया गेला अपनार घरे.
सार्वभौम लैया गेला अपनार घरे.
सुनी सबे जानी लाई महाप्रभु कार्य. एना काले आईला कहाँ गोपीनाथाचार्य. So Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya at home, he was thinking, what is this person, who is this person, how these symptoms, he is thinking about it. In the meantime, Lord Chaitanya associate Nityananda Prabhu reached Jagannath Puri. Now when they reached, they are searching, where is Mahaprabhu, where is Mahaprabhu? They didn't go to see Lord Jagannath, they were searching where is Mahaprabhu. And there they overheard people discussing. See, people like to gossip, right? Even though that time there was no telephones, WhatsApp, social media, still there was gossip. And they were gossiping. One sannyasi came, very beautiful. He came to see Lord Jagannath, but he became unconscious. And Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya took him home. We want to see him, but he's not allowing anybody. How Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya will allow? He's thinking he's dead or alive, I don't know. And all these people will come, they will call the soldiers of the king. So they were discussing. And what Lord Nityananda thought? This is Mahaprabhu Karya. He is our Mahaprabhu. Nobody else can do like this. So they understood Mahaprabhu is there. And in the meantime, they met Gopinath Acharya. Gopinath Acharya belonged to Navadip. And Nityananda Prabhu had friendship with Gopinath Acharya before. And he was son-in-law of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. So they met Gopinath Acharya. And then there was discussion. 18. Nadiya Nivasi Visharade Raja Mata. Nadiya Nivasi Visharade Raja Mata. Mahaprabhu Bhakta Teho Prabhu Tattva Gyata.
Mahaprabhu Bhakta Teho Prabhu Tattva Gyata.
See, Lord Chaitanya can only be understood by his own mercy. Until Lord Chaitanya doesn't shower his mercy, we cannot accept his tattva. We cannot even believe his supreme personality of Godhead. What is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying? Because Gopinath Acharya is Mahaprabhu's Bhakta, therefore he knew he is the Supreme Personality of God. Otherwise, so many scriptures are describing Lord Chaitanya. Still people don't believe he is Supreme Personality of God. Mahabharata talks about it. So many different scriptures directly mention. I'll forward one document to Lila Prabhu. You can share with devotees. Directly. That I will take birth in the house of Jagannath Mishra, in the house of Sachi Mata, in Nadia, I do this pastime. Everything is mentioned. But still, nobody can understand him until he has that mercy. One time, one young boy came to meet Srila Prabhupada in Lucknow. But he couldn't meet. So devotee said, Prabhupada will go to Gorakhpur, so you come there. The young boy went to Gorakhpur. Now as he was waiting to meet Srila Prabhupada, there was another elderly person there. So this young boy started to speak to this elderly person. From where are you? The Indians, they like to talk. The elderly person also says, yes, from where are you? I am from, okay. Why did you come here? This elderly person is asking. Young boy asked, I want to meet A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Why you want to meet him? The boy answered, because he is devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Now this elderly person said, he is not Lord, he is not God. Lord Chaitanya was a great saint. He was a devotee, he was not God. Now this young devotee started to fight with this elderly person. He said, how can you say? He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chaitanya Charitamrita said that. This elderly person is calling, oh, you read Chaitanya Charitamrita also? Yes, I believe Lord Chaitanya is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And I am only becoming follower of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami because he is devotee of Lord Chaitanya. In the meantime, some foreign devotees came. They started to offer obeisances. Young man said, whom they are offering obeisances? This elderly person was Srila Prabhupada. And he was discussing with this boy. He was testing him. And this boy later became Radha Govinda Maharaj. So he was testing. Do you really believe Lord Chaitanya is Supreme Personality of Godhead or not? His faith is very, very important. See, if you have faith, anything can happen. We have a Hindi dialogue. Sorry, Prabhu, Hindi. होने को अनहोनी कर दे, अनहोनी को होनी. एक जगह जहाँ इकट्ठे हो, कौन? Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. 3 people. So if you have faith, anything can happen. One time, Srila Prabhupada disciples.
So what is the translation? What is the translation?
There is a movie dialogue, Prabhupada. So it says that impossible can be possible, possible can be impossible, where there is Amar, Akbar, Anthony. I said, no, Jagannath, Baldev. So, one time Srila Prabhupada disciples, they read in Prabhupada's book that we should sell tulsi. Now, they were not having any tulsi. What they did, they went to Chinatown. And if you know Chinese, they will not lose a single customer. Now these devotees went asking tulsi. This Chinese salesman, he gave him Chinese bamboo. Devotees brought it. Now Chinese bamboo, if you water for some time, doesn't come above the soil. But once it starts growing, it grows very fast. That's what I was informed. So now devotees are watering it, doing yani kani chapapani, and it's growing very fast. And some days it reached to the roof. And they wrote letter to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, you mentioned in your book that if tulsi will flourish, that means devotees are doing nice devotional service. Our temple is doing so good, our tulsi reached the terrace. Prabhupada was wondering this letter. How come the tulsi reached the terrace? So Prabhupada sent a devotee to check. And then devotee reported back, Prabhupada, they are watering Chinese bamboo. Prabhupada said, oh my God. Actually, watering Chinese bamboo may give them benefit or not. But their faith in Srila Prabhupada will definitely give them benefit. That is reality. So here Gopinath Acharya has that faith. Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of God. And because he has faith, Nityananda Prabhu is asking him, Mukunda Sahita Purve Aiche Parichaye. Mukunda Sahita Purve Aiche Parichaye. Mukunda Dekhiya Tara Hailo Vismay.
Mukunda Dekhiya Tara Hailo Vismay.
Mukunda Tahare Dekhi Khilo Namaskar.
Mukunda Dekhi Khilo Namaskar.
Nehu Alingiya ગયા પૂછે પ્રભુ સમાચાર
એનો આવી ગયા પછી પ્રભુના સંસાર
મુકુંદ કહે પ્રભુ રિહા હૈલો આગમને
મુકુ કહે પ્રભુ વરગિયા આગમે
আমি সবা আসিয়াছি মহাপ্রভু সনে
আমি সাধু আসিয়াছি মহাপ্রভু গানে
নিত্যানন্দ গোসাইকে আচার হইল নমস্কার
নিত্যানন্দ গোসালে আচরণ
সবে মিলে পুছে প্রভুর বার্তা বারবার
সবে মেরে পুছে প্রভু বার্তা বারবার
How much Lord Chaitanya's associates are attached to him? How much a devotee should be attached to the Lord? They are not even asking about Jagannath temple. What are the darshan timings? When to get Mahaprasad? They are not asking anything. They saw Gopinath and they understood Gopinath is our old friend. They went to Gopinath asking him, where is Mahaprabhu? They are very anxious. They are very concerned. Where is Mahaprabhu? Mukunda said, yes, I got news and Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri. But where is he? Where is he? They are asking. मुकुंद कहे महाप्रभु संन्यास करिया लीला चले आइला संगे आमा सब लिया
लीला चले आइला संगे आमा सब लिया
आमा सब छाड़ी आगे केला दर्शने
आमा सब छाड़ी आगे केला दर्शने
आमी सब पाछे आइला ताहा अन्वेषणे
आमी सब पाछे आइला ताहा अन्वेषणे
अन्नो अन्य लोकेर मुखे जे कथा सुनिला
सुनिला
सार्वभौम गृहे प्रभु अनुमान कइला
सार्वभौम गृहे प्रभु अनुमान कइला
ईश्वर दर्शने प्रभु प्रेमे अचेतना
ईश्वर दर्शने प्रभु प्रेमे अचेतना
सार्वभौम लैया गेला अपना भवन
सार्वभौम लैया गेला अपना भवन
कुमार मिलने जबे अमर हईल मन
तुम्हारा मिलने जाबे हमारा मन
देव से क्षणे पाइलो तुम्हार दर्शन
देव से क्षण पाइलो तुम्हारा दर्शन
So Mukunda, childhood friend of Lord Chaitanya, is asking Gopinath, I'm very concerned. We all were coming together and somehow Lord Chaitanya came in front and he reached Jagannath and we heard from people, he fainted and we suspect or we imagine that he is at Sarvam Bhattacharya's house still. Can you please take us there? Now Gopinath is asking, चलो सब जाई सार्वभौमेर भवना
सर्वभौम भवन
प्रभु देखी पाची करीब ईश्वर दर्शन
प्रभु देखी पाछे करू ईश्वर दर्शन
So Gopinath asked, you are already at Simhadwar. This meeting happened at Simhadwar, just on the door of Lord Jagannath. He said, at least take darshan. He said, no. First take us to Sarvam Bhattacharya's house. Pache, later on we'll take Ishwar darshan. Later on we'll take Lord Jagannath's darshan. Eto suni Gopinath sabare laiya.
Eto suni Gopinath sabare laiya.
Sarvabhauma ghare gela harshita haya.
Sarvabhauma ghare gela harshita haya.
Sarvabhauma sthane giya Prabhu ke dekhila.
Sarvabhauma sthane giya Prabhu ke dekhila.
Prabhu dekhi acharya dukha harsha hila.
Prabhu dekhi acharya dukha harsha hila.
So Gopinath became so happy. How much these associates loved their Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Immediately brought them to Sarvam Bhattacharya's house. And as they saw Lord, they became both happy and sad. They were happy that they finally found Lord. But they saw Lord is completely unconscious. He is oblivious to the external world, lying down. So they were sad. Now here Sarvam Bhattacharya saw second Lord Chaitanya. Because Nityananda looks exactly like Lord Chaitanya. Exactly. Only dress difference. He is saffron, he is pink. That's it. Otherwise, exactly same. Now, Sarvam was thinking, one I can't handle, the another person has come. He is saying, Sarvabhauma Janaiya Sab Nila Abhyantare Nityananda Gosai Rate Ho Koilo Namaskare
Nityananda Goswami Rete Ho Koilo Namaskare
Sabha Sahe Jatha Jogya Karila Melana Prabhu देखी सबर भइला हर्षित मना So they were so happy. Finally they found the Lord. And now we'll settle it later. Let Lord be resting, no problem. But Nityananda Prabhu told Sarvam Bhattacharya, can we go and take darshan of Lord Jagannath? Sarvam said, no way. You exactly look like him. If you will go and you will faint there, who will handle you? You are not going alone. I'll send somebody with you. Whom he sent? Sarvabhauma Pathaila Sabha Darshan Karite
Sarvabhauma Pathaila Sabha Darshan Karite
Chandaneshwar Nija Putra Dila Sabha Sathe
Chandaneshwar Nija Putra Dila Sabha Sathe.
So he sang this on Chandaneshwar. He said, you hold on to Nityananda's hand. Okay? You hold him, from far you give him darshan and bring him back securely. This is your job. So anyway, they went to take darshan. But whatever has to happen will happen. Jagannath dekhi sabar hailo ananda.
Jagannath dekhi sabar hailo ananda.
Bhave te avishta hailo Prabhu Nityananda.
Bhave te avishta hailo Prabhu Nityananda.
Sabhe mili dhari tare susthira karila.
Sabhe mili dhari tare susthira karila.
Ishvara sevaka Mala prasadani dila.
Ishvara sevaka mala prasadani dila.
What will happen? As Lord Nityananda saw Jagannath, he started to roll in ecstasy. And somehow devotees handled him. No, we already have one case. Don't do it again. Somehow they handled. And then Pujari was also alert this time. He said, I have to do something, otherwise some problem will come. Pujari himself came. He gave garland of Lord Jagannath to Lord Nityananda. प्रसाद पाइया सबे हैलानंदित मने
प्रसाद पाइया सबे हैलानंदित मने
पुनरपि आइला सब महाप्रभुर स्थाने
पुनरपि आइला सबे महाप्रभुर स्थाने.
Now they took darshan, took prasad, very happy, came back to Sarvam Bhattacharya's house. Now they have to wake up the Lord. Do you want to wake up the Lord? He has to come day after tomorrow, right? So what these associates of Lord Chaitanya did to wake up Lord, we also have to do that. What they have to do? Uchchakari kare sabe nama Sankirtana.
Uchchakari kare sabe nama Sankirtana.
Pritiya prahare hailo Prabhu Rachitana.
Pritiya prahare hailo Prabhu Rachitana.
Pukara kariya uthe Hari Hari boli.
Pukara kariya uthe Hari Hari boli.
Anande sarva bhumtare lailo pad dhuli.
Anande sarva bhumtare lailo pad dhuli.
So as devotees started to chant loudly, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya woke up. He stood, he started to dance, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. And that's how Lord regained his consciousness. Sarvam understood this is special. And he took the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya is most pleased when we do Sankirtan. Not Japa, Sankirtan. When we together call out Lord, that time Lord Chaitanya becomes most pleased. That is our process. Our process is not sitting alone. Our process is to come together. Not only us, we bring more people together. Now one time Radheshyam Prabhu, Gauran Prabhu were in Mayapur. And Radheshyam Prabhu was telling Gauran Prabhu, Isn't it Lord Chaitanya is very merciful, most munificent? Gauranga Prabhu said, no, Krishna is very merciful. He is very demanding. He said, why? Krishna said, Sarvadharman Paritajya, give up everything, come, chant my name. But Lord Chaitanya says, Dware Dware Giya, go every house, Amar Agya Guru Hoya, Taro Idesh. He's so demanding, he will not let you sit in one place. That is Lord Chaitanya, that is Sankirtan. And therefore, when we come to Krishna consciousness, although we advertise, how we advertise? Just chant and be happy. It doesn't happen. When we come, we'll not let you be happy, peacefully. You miss one program, Leela and Prabhu will call you. Prabhu, where are you? They will ask. We'll not sit happy. And you see, our Lord, He enjoys when we work hard. He really enjoys when we work hard. Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON is like Matsya Avatar. You do anything, it will be short. When you open this center, what you thought? We are taking big step, right? Who will pay the rent? Will people come or not? Will it go well or not, right? And now already it is short. And then we'll plan. I remember when in 2008, TOVP temple, Bhumi Pujan was there. And we were told that 10,000 devotees will come together in this temple. We were thinking, how 10,000 devotees? Where 10,000 devotees will come? Maybe they are building it with their stalls and other places inside. They are just calculating like that. But now already, when Gaura Purnima Abhishek happened, how many people attend? 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. And they have to do in the open ground, this Abhishek. They can't do in the temple hall anyway. So this ISKCON movement is Sankirtan movement. And that pleases Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the most. And therefore see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took over all over the world. Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America, he first started classes of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Not on Bhagavad Gita, not on Bhagavatam. He would speak thrice a week on Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he would tell people that Lord Chaitanya came to save you. Lord Chaitanya is our master. We have to preach his glories. The first painting he put in the window of 26th Avenue was Panchatattva dancing. He gave Panchatattva to the whole world. And he gave us that inspiration that Sankirtan is our life. One time Prabhupada was giving lecture. And you know this mic? It comes down. This also is loose. It comes down. Universal problem. So Prabhupada was giving lecture in a university and this mic was coming down and again. One sannyasi was sitting with his danda. Very strict, very grave. And Prabhupada said, give your Brahman thread. Now you don't take out a Brahman thread like that. He was looking at Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I told, give your Brahman thread. He said, now, yes, give your Brahman thread. Prabhupada took his Brahman thread out, fixed the mic, and he said, what is the use of a Brahman thread if it cannot help Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement? This is Sankirtan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most pleased with Sankirtan. Same with Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. One time devotees were doing Ekadashi, fasting. All monks, all brahmacharis, they were in mud. Nobody went for preaching. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati asked them, nobody going for preaching today? He said, Guru Maharaj, Ekadashi, fasting, we have to conserve energy. You know, Nirjala Ekadashi, devotees sing Mangala Arati, all the stories, they conserve energy. Very intelligent. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati himself went in the kitchen. He cooked khichdi, not Ekadashi, dal rice khichdi. And he served all the brahmacharis, you eat. So Guru Maharaj Ekadashi, he said, no worries. You eat, go and preach. This is our movement, this Sankirtan movement. And this can only happen if we understand the compassion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His compassion has to come in his followers. If we as followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu don't carry that compassion, what will be the hope of this world? Srila Prabhupada writes in his one song, he says, Maya is captured all over the world. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is in little cage. Will it really save the whole world? We have to come out. We have to take troubles. We have to take challenges for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That compassion has to come. One time, Srila Prabhupada was organizing a big program, preaching program, in an auditorium. And Prabhupada asked devotees, what prasad you will cook? Devotees said, Prabhupada will make some muffins and cakes. Easy to handle, easy to carry, we'll distribute. Prabhupada said, no. Puris, sabji, rice, dal, gulab jamun. this is gone at least basic standard of prasad. So we'll distribute this. Now devotees struggled hard, they cooked the feast, so many people, they were lifting these buckets. Now how to transfer? Temple didn't have any car, so they hired taxi. They put all these buckets of dal and gulab jamun and everything in taxi. And the guy pushed the brake and all this dal and this syrup of gulab jamun spilled in the car. And the guy says, "Get out, you Hare Krishna, you don't understand anything." So anyway, they had to pick and lift and carry all the way to the venue of the program. Struggled hard, brought all this prasad. Prabhupada comes. Instead of going to the stage, Prabhupada came to the room next to the stage and said, "I want to taste prasad first. What you are going to serve?" Okay, devotees served prasad. Prabhupada took puri, sabji, rice, dal. First gulab jamun, liked very much. He said, "I'll have second." The servant went, brought second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth time the servant went to the Mataji. "Please, Prabhupada, need another one." Mataji said, "Prabhupada is eating or the servant is eating?" "Who is eating?" So she followed. And Prabhupada was actually eating. And Prabhupada ate the eighth one half. And he gave remaining half to the servant. Servant thought, "I got Mahaprasad." Prabhupada said, "Keep. I'll take after program." He liked so much. He was so happy with prasad. And then he gave the lecture. Lecture was successful. People were appreciating, clapping. They were asking questions. Nice Kirtan. Everybody danced. And then Prabhupada left. Devotees were so happy. Prasad success, Kirtan success, lecture success. As they were returning, they were in car. Prabhupada sitting in the front seat. And this devotee sitting in the back seat. They were so happy. And they looked. Prabhupada is crying. Tears coming out of his eyes. And one Mataji, Ashtashati Mataji, she shares, she dared to ask Prabhupada, "Prabhupada, is everything alright? Did we do any mistake? Why are you crying? Can you see your spiritual master crying?" "Yes." "What mistake we did?" Prabhupada said, "Can't you see? See all these people on the street, they are suffering without Krishna." That is compassion. And that compassion inspires us to preach. Somebody did sacrifice for us, now we have to pass on. When we would go in our school days to temple, every Mangala Aarti we would get Rasmalai. Every Mangala Aarti. Why? Because we are new, we are children. Now also I get every Mangala Aarti one Rasmalai. I do Aarti of Gaura, I get one Rasmalai. But now the Pujari tells, give it to others. It's not for you. In the same way, somebody already struggled for us, we are here. Now we have to take that role. Recently Sulnas Badrinaran Maharaj left his body. In the famous clip, you must have heard it. He was saying that now I can die. I can die peacefully because I have confidence you all will handle. I gave my whole life for something and now I am seeing all of you are taking care of it, I can die. So when our spiritual master left this world, so many senior devotees lectured and they were saying that next one decade will be the decade of tears. We'll have many departures. But then it will also be a reminder to us to get ready. Now we have to shoulder the burden. Nobody is small, nobody is big, nobody is senior, nobody is junior. It's all about empowerment. We have to take up the task. And to the level we will try, Srila Prabhupada will empower us. Srila Prabhupada is more merciful on his grandchildren. So he will empower us to preach. One time Hariswari Prabhu asked Prabhupada, "Prabhupada, so much challenges in preaching, how do we preach?" Prabhupada said, "Who is preaching? In ISKCON only I am preaching. Nobody else is preaching. You all are simply helping me. Only I am preaching in ISKCON." So still Prabhupada is preaching. We are only supporting Srila Prabhupada. And if we carry that mode, Prabhupada will work through us. And that will be displayed if we come together. So what is happening in Hyderabad is really so inspiring. I went to different centers in these days and I was so inspired. What we do in Ujjain is very little, but what I saw here is really big. And Prabhupada chose this city. I was mentioning today also in Abbott's temple that Prabhupada came back to India. It was his desire to preach in India. And he chose Calcutta, of course, because his birthplace, Mayapur and Vrindavan because Krishna and Lord Chaitanya's place, Bombay and Delhi because they're the hub, they're the main cities. One is economic capital, one is the political capital. But why Hyderabad? Is there any logic why he chose Hyderabad? He just came and he started something here. He got a farm, he made a temple, installed Radha Madan Mohan, celebrated his Vyas Puja here, did 15 days of Pandal program, biggest in the history. And also the rains came with Prabhupada's Sankirtan, all these histories you know. Now later on, when ISKCON will spread all over the world, people will search in the history which temples Prabhupada himself established, which deities he personally installed, and they will come and offer their obeisances in this holy land of Hyderabad. This is very special. And is it not? We go to Ramanuja's places, right? Divya Deshams. We go to Tirupati, we go to Kanchipuram, we go to Srirangam. Why? Ramanuja. We go to Udupi. Why? Madhvacharya. In the same way, Prabhupada is our Acharya. When Krishna consciousness spread all over the world, people will search any detail related to Srila Prabhupada. We are the part of that golden history. And we have to really work hard to see something great in this lifetime. I remember, I think it was 2007, I was in barber shop. 2007 or 8. I was in barber shop and one person was reading newspaper. I was already in ISKCON and I saw this person is reading newspaper. And on this side, on my side, I saw this picture of ISKCON devotee. And I was so happy. I saw this picture of Radhanath Swami Maharaj with Juhi Chawla and others launching of Journey Home. And I was so happy. ISKCON devotee coming in newspapers out of the question. I told this barber, can I take this newspaper? I took that newspaper, ran for 1 kilometer to my home. And I was so happy telling everybody, ISKCON devotee came in newspaper, ISKCON devotee came. Now 2007 to 2026, 19 years. How much development we have seen. That time in Ujjain, I remember, if 50-60 devotees would come, we would feel big festival. Now 3,000, 4,000 devotees say, oh, less than last year actually. In 19 years, we see so much development. Now newspaper, ordinary thing. Prime Minister, Chief Minister sending messages, ordinary thing. Presidents glorifying Srila Prabhupada, it's okay. Because Krishna consciousness grew so much in this 19 years. Now imagine if we all work together, push this movement forward, in next 19 years, what we will be seeing. Just imagine that. Before we die, we have to see something great. That should be our motive. Before we die, we should see some area fully Krishna conscious, some city fully Krishna conscious, some states fully Krishna conscious, Varanashram, cow protection, temples, Rath Yatras, prasad distribution, book distribution. Every nook and corner of this world, Krishna consciousness will reach. This should be our aim. So we should really work together for Srila Prabhupada's mission. And he'll be so proud of us. When devotees opened a small restaurant in South Africa, they wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. You know what Prabhupada replied? He said, my heart swells up in pride when I receive any news of achievements of my followers. His heart swells with pride. And we were in Elachua, I cannot forget that one statement Radhanath Swami Maharaj made. He said, in 26th Avenue, Prabhupada had a bunch of boys and girls, not even complete Vaishnavas. They were into the training. And Prabhupada envisioned International Society for Krishna Consciousness with those people, with that team. Imagine if Prabhupada walks in today to these centers, what will Prabhupada plan? Prabhupada will plan to take over not only this world, the whole universe. That is Prabhupada. So let us really become trained. Let us take this process very, very seriously. Prabhu was also mentioning that how if we have that Shakti, if we follow it, we can give it to others. So let us become very, very sincere, chant our rounds nicely, cooperate within yourselves, adopt nice Vaishnava behavior, and read Prabhupada books. These books have everything. Prabhupada, sometimes people say, oh, your Swamiji, Prabhupada didn't give everything. Basic body, soul, body. He gave us Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is the highest nectar in this world. Nothing is more than this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada was mentioning one drop of it can inundate the 3 worlds. That is the power of this Chaitanya Charitamrita. We have to really take benefit of these books. So I request all of you, you are already reading, But if you can come together, recite like that, how wonderful it will be, right? Throw away the clock that day and just chant together, just read together this Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the highest. You know, I was seeing this beautiful display of Chaitanya Charitamrita, I was so happy. Jiva Goswami, when this Chaitanya Charitamrita came fresh, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami wrote it. The one copy came to Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami is a big, he was the big scholar of Srimad Bhagavatam. You know that. He wrote the Sandarbhas and everything. He would read Bhagavatam day and night. So while sleeping, he would read Bhagavatam, keep Bhagavatam on the top and sleep. Morning when he get up, he sees Chaitanya Charitamrita is on the top. So he thought some of my disciples doing something with my books. He became very angry. He said, nobody touches my books. I know what I am doing with my books. You can't change any sequence. Same thing happened. He slept, he read Bhagavatam, kept on the top, slept. Next morning he sees Chaitanya Charitamrita on the top. Astonished. He said, who is doing this? Third day, same thing happened. Then he prayed to the Lord. Now Radha Damodar would talk to Jiva Goswami. Okay? Radha Damodar would tell Jiva Goswami, Jiva, come here, I am playing new tune on flute. Hear it. He would tell Jiva, I am very hungry, cook this item for me. That was the relationship with Radha Damodar. Radha Damodar called Jiva Goswami and said, Jiva, this Chaitanya Charitamrita is more important than Srimad Bhagavatam. You don't think this is a recent book. This is eternal pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. This is the rarest of all. And therefore we have to read, we have to study it deeply, again and again and again. So now I request all of you who all don't have Chaitanya Charitamrita, please raise your hands. Those, Leela and Prabhu, please take their photographs. Please raise your hand. Hi. Yes. So many. 1, 2. Just raise your hand. Don't be shy. I know you have a lot of money. Yes. All these devotees will take Chaitanya Charitamrita on Gaura Purnima. This is my fees. So please take Chaitanya Charitamrita. You know, our one mobile phone breaks, we have to spend 50,000, right? If we go to hospital, we have to spend more. Don't go to hospital ever. So why don't we take this book? So this Gaura Purnima, please take Chaitanya Charitamrita home. Individually, everyone should have this set and please study it. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Sarvati Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Pitai Gaur Premanande.
I have something to say.
Yes.
Haribol. So, Krishna Kishore Prabhu was saying that, well, if you take Corella after, what's the taste, right? Now, after having such a incredible feast of the paneer sabji, katal, shukta, everything you had here, one thing came to mind, and that was the special, I think, characteristic of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami. He trained all his disciples to glorify everyone to the maximum possible capacity. And we can see how he did so nicely. How he would glorify not only us here, but he would glorify the actual personalities, Gauranga, of the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Each and every divine personality he would describe with such an intimate and interesting appreciation, that's the word. Now, he says, why Prabhupada came here? And I know. Do you know? First of all, he said two things. If you come to Hyderabad, this is the door to the south of India. We discussed this. The second thing, he opened a farm, which I just visited yesterday. And this farm, Medchal Farm, which is a big farm, Tejas Prabhu was here. Tejas Prabhu is a Prabhupada disciple, and he was the temple president in Delhi, and also he was in Vrindavan. And I regularly speak with Tejas Prabhu. He's very elderly now. And he was saying, Prabhupada had a plan. The Kishan movement. Kishan. And he says, the agricultural movement. And what Prabhupada had in mind was that he said, very soon, this economy will collapse. And I want to be ready. I want you all to know how to live off the land. So he was pushing his disciples to understand that one moment in history, all this dream of petroleum and plastic and rubber will collapse. And we need to be ready. And that's what we do in the Ministry of Cow Protection and Agriculture. We're trying to make ISKCON ready for that moment. Just now we heard that Iran is having some friction with Israel and Dubai and the Middle East, some Middle East. We hear that China and India have some roughage. Korea, so many places. Ukraine and Russia. America just put their troops in Argentina to kind of, Brazil, you think you're independent with Lula. I'm here. So there's so much friction around the globe. And Prabhupada understood that if we want to be happy, we need to have a simple life. Even if you live in the city, simple life is possible. If you can't be a farmer, if you can't have a cow in your apartment, it's hard, right? What is your name? Pranil. Pranil, do you live in a house or in an apartment? Can you put a cow in your apartment? In your bedroom? It's difficult. But you can become a co-farmer. If you start thinking of a farm for this center as a next development, we're thinking of this about Ujjain. Ahmedabad just had a huge new farm. Surat bought a farm. Rajkot is buying a farm. Vallabh Vidyanagar is buying a farm. Now, the chief minister is sending messages. Modi is always on our side. It is the time to create these places where the grihastas, which can do home office, many of you do home office, you can live there, educate your children in a peaceful environment, listening Chaitanya Charitamrita. Tomorrow you don't have to go to the office, you can just stay back and read Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this vision Prabhupada had, and that's why he started this Hyderabad farm. He started Ahmedabad farm with Yashomati Nandana Prabhu, and he started Hyderabad farm. And he started abroad, the New Vrindavan farm, New Mayapur, Gitanagari. There was a farm in Canada. In a few places there were farms. Sweden, maybe Almvix was from Prabhupada's time. Maybe Almvix is from Prabhupada's time. So he had this vision that we are all thinking, believing, yes, petroleum age is forever. But he didn't believe that. In his books, if you read 1974, The Discourse of Rome, he's very heavy on this situation is very delicate. Just think, if you eliminate petroleum today, no one goes home. Only if you have a hybrid. And if you get home and your hybrid doesn't have a recharge, you're also stuck. So he had this vision about that. And if we go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, just 2 days ago was the appearance day of Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri established what deity?
Gopal.
Gopal. Gopal on the Govardhan hill, right? And you know the story, how this deity was in the earth, in the soil, feeling cold, and he dreamed about it, and he brought the villagers, they put a nice temple. And if you go to verse 102 of this chapter, I think it's 4102, is it? The activities of Madhavendra Puri. You have it here, the book? Yeah, here we are. Eka eka vrajavasi, eka eka gabi dhila, sahasha sahasha gabi, gopalera hoila. He said, each and every family residing in the land of Rajabhumi, look at this, each and every family residing in Rajabhumi contributed one cow. In this way, thousands of cows became propriety of Gopal. What a beautiful cow protection program. The farmer is keeping one cow for your deities. So you have one cow in every farmer, and that's the deities' cows. So, what am I saying? All of you can start thinking, I can't have a cow in my house. Bhagavatam says I should have a cow. Every Sanatani should have a cow. So I can support Ananda Lila Prabhu in his efforts. When he starts his farm, I'm going to support, I'll have my cow in that farm. And I'll support that cow.
We already have.
You already have a farm. How many cows do you have? 7 cows. I think we made inspection today with Sri Ram Prabhu in your farm. Which farm is that? It's Sada Shiv Pit?
That's different.
Which is your farm?
Mine is private.
Is a private farm?
Personal.
Okay. We visited 3 farms today. We are doing the inspection. Medshah, we did second Hyderabad, Satshiv Pit. There's 2 more. I'm trying to remember. But here in this area.
Medipalli.
Yes. Medpali is one, and there was one more that we did visit. The Abid's farm. That's the Abid's farm. But,
Medipalli.
and there's one more. So it's 6 Goshalas in Hyderabad.
Haribo.
Haribo. So, cow protection is something very dear to Srila Prabhupada and to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when you think about your center, and you think about your future, you think about India in the future, this is going to be a major game changer for village life reconstruction. Families living there. Big developments which the government of India can come to you and say, hey, you've got the answer. I want to copy from you. Today, our Goshalas average 4 liters per cow. It's very low. Mayapur, Vrindavan, if you go around, the average is 4 liters. A good Goshala in India will have 6 liters per cow. If it's very good, 11 liters per cow. So we need to increase this milk to offer to Lord Gauranga in his appearance day. We need to offer ghee for the deities and for the restaurants. Because Prabhupada said, if someone is attached to eating meat, but you give ghee, the same protein will transform his need to eat meat, and he'll give up meat eating. And now he'll take bhakti because he likes the taste. So I just wanted to add that part of our service is to try to increase the consciousness about this. Because right now India is living the American dream of the 60s. Everybody has 2 cars, has big house, apartment, and more is coming. But what happened in America? The American dream crushed. And then America became very depressed. So you should anticipate, now that we have the power, now that we have the Prime Minister, now that we have Modi, now that we have so many congregations, the next 19 years, Indians should have a confederations of farms, an ecosystem. It should lead Bharat in that sense. Simple living and high thinking. And I'm sure Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would love to see these eco-villages where you are chanting his name, studying Chaitanya Charitamrita, preaching, receiving people, and most important of all, your face is an index of your bhakti. The happiness which comes to your face is showing people, yes, this is the path. I want to be like you. I want to join your movement because you're so happy. So that happiness comes from distributing Krishna Sankirtan movement and from internal work, as I was mentioning. And that internal work is what we have today. To end, we have only 5 minutes. I wanted to provoke you saying, Nitai, 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 Gaura, Nitai, 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 hey, Nitai, Nitai, hey, Nitai, Nitai, once again, Jaya 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 all the Prabhus, all the Prabhus. Everybody. Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda everybody Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda yes Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Oh, Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Nitai, 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 Gaura, 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 Nitai, Nitai, Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda everybody Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda go Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga oh Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 oh Nitai Nitai oh Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga oh Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda everybody Nitya Nitya Nityananda Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda once again Jaya Nitya Nitya Nityananda Let's go Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
भगवान की राधा मदन मोहन की There are some announcements. Please, everybody sit down. Please, few more minutes. Please, okay, please.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, you can sit there.
Yeah.
You can sit. Hare Krishna. Beautiful. What's this? Oh, you want to give to him?
Oh,
Okay.
very good.
Let's go. Let's sit. Yeah, we sit here. Now your turn.
That is your turn.
We're finished. Now your turn. Oh, look
So
at
nice,
this.
huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please, everybody settle down. There are a couple of announcements. Bhumi Puja is next week, so there are going to be some announcements. Please forgive us, bro. This weekend is very critical for us because if I don't announce now, I won't find all of you again. You all will go and preach in your respective congregations, but you need to know what is important. So please settle down. Few minutes, please. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. First of all, let us thank Krishna Kishore Prabhu and Kalakanth Prabhu for coming here and gracing us with Gaura Katha. Hari Bol. And like best things in life don't get planned. We can clearly see that Prabhuji came here to tell why Prabhupada came to Hyderabad, which I don't think even I knew till now, But Prabhupada had a vision that this is a way to South India. Thank you, Prabhu, for encouraging us. And the last 15 minutes of what Krishna Kishore Prabhu spoke, I would like to transcript and put it on the wall somewhere. Because Prabhuji told how important it is to share the mercy that we are getting. And what is the greatest gift for our grandfather, right? And how much we can do, all of us can. I was just going to tell Prabhuji, please relocate to Hyderabad because we need inspiration from you to encourage all of us to do what we are doing. So let us thank Prabhuji and also Mataji, thank you for coming. Would you want to say a few words? Yeah? Few words.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for having us. I am very grateful for everything. Like all the devotees are very inspiring here. This is our first time in Hyderabad, and we are coming here not more than sharing. We came here like for learning. We have learned so many things here, and we are going to share these things with the Jai devotees now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Mataji sings very beautifully. We didn't get a chance.
Oh, really? Hare Krishna.
So beautiful.
Sorry, Mataji, didn't know this. Actually, I didn't know that you're coming also. Thank you, Prabhu, for bringing Mataji also. So, Prabhuji and Matajis, I'd like to share a few things. Hare Krishna. I'd like to share a few things which are very important for all of us in the next 1 week. We only have 1 week left, right? Next week, this time, our Bhumi Puja will be over, right? So, it's a new temple. Even I don't know what is Bhumi Puja. First time I'm going to witness. I heard that, but never performed any one of those. So just to keep you all charged up, I just want to share that there are a lot of, these don't have the forms. No. Where are those? 600 of those?
Yes, 600 we have here.
Can you give me one of those? Just pass on one of those, yeah. No. Yeah, yes, pass, yeah. One VIP also you can send. Oh no, I already have VIPs here. Don't worry, I have it here. Okay. No, don't have to open those. Just give it to me. I'll open and show everything in them. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So, how many of you have received this guest passes? Right? I have close to 600 of those here. You can take as many as you want. Right? So, you can go and announce about it in your office. Don't think who is qualified, who is not. We heard in the lecture today, no qualification needed, right? So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. So don't start thinking maybe this is not a right place, this is the right place. Recently, I told my boss in the office that I want to announce about Bhumi Puja. They said, okay, do it. How much time it will take? I said, maybe 5 minutes. And the 5 minutes became 40 minutes. We forget when we get the mic. And everybody were very happy. I was amazed to see everybody were very happy to hear about it. And everybody told they'll come. I distributed 80 invitations in a single go, right? 80 of them. So you can take, there's so many. So there is Satya Prabhu there. Please go and take 50 of them. We want this to be a medium for them to connect to Krishna, right? So please don't hesitate. We printed that for a reason. After 8th, we can't do anything with this. This has a date on it, right? So let it go. Let it go. So can I see any hands here right now asking for a number? Yes, Prabhu, how many you want?
I want number. Number is of what? The size of 50 or 100?
You can tell how many you want.
I want 50.
50, Hari bol. Anybody else? 30. Any more? Huh? Loud.
40.
Yes. 100. There you go. That's the enthusiasm. Yes. 40. Yes.
20.
Huh? 20. Hare Krishna. Anybody that side? 50. Hare Krishna. 20. Any more?
200.
100. Hare Krishna. Huh? 50. Any more?
30.
20. I think we just touched almost 600. Somewhere there, right? But we have more. We still have more. Right? And there is one more thing. This is VIP pass. This very important person. Of course, everybody is very important person. But this is given to entrepreneurs, doctors, owners of hospitals, celebrities or politicians. You can take more. I have 30 of them here. 30 VIP. We already had 500 VIP passes. We are left with like 50 of them. Should I tell you a small story of VIP pass?
Yes, please.
Just to encourage all of you. So I went to this last week. We were going on distributing VIP passes. So I went to this DIG office. Right? Never thought I'll visit that kind of office, but it's a DIG office. His name is Mohan Bhagwat and he's from Maharashtra. I never knew who is he. It came from a reference from one of the Prabhus who comes here. And we went, and then he looked at us, and he had big smile on his face. I've never seen a police person smiling so big. So he made us sit, and you know what he told? I am very happy you brought this invitation for me because my junior in college is Gaura Prabhu.
Hare.
I said, really? I'm connected to ISKCON. I'll come. Like that he told. I said, very happy. Then he took the card, he took picture, and it was so nice. Until you go there, Prabhu, until you there, that Prabhu is the one who took us there. Haribol, Haribol. Thank you, Prabhu. Vinay Patil Prabhu. Haribol. Yeah, he's the one who took us to that office. And I tell you one more. So after that, my boss in the office, after I gave the lecture, after not lecture but kind of thing about Bhumi Puja, he told I am sponsoring, one of the sponsors of the DTs. Haribol. Nice. And then he told, okay, I want to send you to somebody in the police department. I said, who? I didn't know. Why am I being sent to police again and again? So this was IG of police, even higher than DIG, IG of intelligence. So we went to his office, right? His name is Satish Kumar, if I'm right. Shiv Kumar, sorry. I hope he'll not see the recording. But so we went there, and just when we went, we were not able to find some Google Map problem. So we were just searching for the building, and the time was going away. He told 4 o'clock, before 4 o'clock you have to come. My boss is calling me, you are not gone still, I have already taken his appointment. I'm like, I am not able to find the building. Then finally I said, you know what, let me call him. So I called the IG of police directly. And I said, where is your office? I said, you can't find my office? It is right there. You take a left, okay, we'll come. We reached at 4:05. And exactly at 4 o'clock, he had another meeting. These people are very busy. And he is IG of intelligence, meaning all the crooked things that can happen in this entire state, they go finally to his cabin for reporting and finalization, right? And nobody is allowed inside the cabin. I was holding the card, and the outside person said, you can't come. You can't come because already time is gone. It's a 1 hour meeting inside. I'm like, 1 hour meeting inside? Then I went and told, you do a thing, give this card to him. Just keep that card in front of him. He knows that I'm coming. I already called him. He said, sir, we are not allowed inside because it's an intelligence meeting that's going on. You can't go and fiddle there. I said, no, I'm just asking you to keep the card. He was like, don't you understand? I can't be allowed. If you want, I can keep the card. And to my surprise, I was doing all this at the door of the meeting, and I think the IG heard all this inside. He kind of overheard how I was persisting. Then, after some time, the meeting got over. We said, we can't stay because we had to go to another place to give the cards. So we had to go. And then we said, okay, meeting got over. Now you can come. So I took Sriram Prabhu and few of us, we went inside. And the IG of, he got up and he was like, thank you for coming. Then immediately told, serious note, he looked at my face and said, you people irritate a lot. Like that he told, you people are so irritating sometimes. I said, why sir, what did we do? You persist so much. And that is what I love about you people. That you persist so much. You are so passionate about what you do. You have to give me the card. You have to call everybody. You give me the card now. He took the card. And then he looked at it and he said, okay, take a picture. And then he said, I was looking for a deity of Krishna. Can you tell me where can I find? I said, there is so many ISKCON temples. You can come. We'll help you find one. And then he looked at the date. He said, oh, I have a very important meeting to attend at 8:30 in the morning. Something like that. And then I looked at the card, I said, sir, you can come at 5 o'clock also. He said, see, this is what I was saying. You people are very irritating. You will not leave me. I said, so you can come at 5:30 also, that's okay. 6 o'clock you can come, 7 o'clock. I said, I will come, definitely I will come. So, I'm just saying that, this is what we got from Prabhupada. How Prabhupada sat outside the room of Sumati Murarji. For a whole day, Prabhuji and Mataji's whole day he sat outside. Right? At that time there was no ISKCON. At least I have a ISKCON board to show, right? I can show ISKCON. ISKCON is a brand. I can go and show, we are from ISKCON, Hare Krishnas. But nobody was there. He had nobody. He was literally carrying himself as a representative of Krishna. And so, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Mataji's. Please. Yeah. Just few more. So then I'm going to tell you one more incident. because it should motivate all of you. My cousin sister's husband, my mother's elder sister's daughter is my cousin sister, and her husband happens to be a huge construction contractor, right? I mean, he has his issues with me because I came to ISKCON. That's another thing. But he is the president of BAI, which is Builders Association of India. This association was formed in 1940s, right? Even before independence. So all the big construction people in India who work with the government are part of that association. So I was thinking, we are constructing a temple. We need donations. We need some big builder. We need these builders to come and contribute their ideas. If not money, at least their ideas. What can be a best place to go? So I barged into that place. I told my, we can Telugu we call Baba, right? Baba means Jiju, her sister's husband. So I told, I'm coming. He said, you can come, but what do you mean you're coming? It's a huge convention. Who are there in that convention? Just to give you a glimpse. The highest bridge that is constructed in India now, connecting Kashmir, her name is Dr. Madhavi Lata. Right? It is huge, largest, highest railway bridge in entire world. Entire world. She is sitting there as one of the contractors. One other contractor is the one who built the entire ORR that you are seeing. One other contractor is constructing the RRR, regional ring road. One other contractor has constructed the Constitution House of Afghanistan. One other contractor has constructed 4,000 kilometers in Afghanistan, right? So these contractors are not the people who you see building buildings, or they just build irrigation projects. Huge guys, they're like 10,000 crores is their one contract. When they sign a contract, 10,000 crores, the next 4 years they'll execute like that. So that is a kind of convention. And I just barged in, me and Sriram Prabhu, and we are sitting there. And my Jiju, every time he looked at me, he was irritated. What he knows I don't even have an entry into that place. But I barged in because what? Jai Prabhupada, we'll do something with Prabhupada. I was sitting there. And then in between I walked to him. He was so irritated looking at me. Like, I'm his relative, but then it's a situation. It's a huge contractor sitting there, a convention, crores of money invested just for that convention. He just looked at me and said, don't come to me. Why are you coming to me? I said, there is 1 minute video if you can play that. I said, are you crazy? There is a whole schedule. We have rewards, awards, union ministers come, everybody, dignitaries are coming, and you go from here. And then I went and sat there, and he knew that I'm very desperate for it. And I was looking at the mic. Every time somebody is speaking, I'm like, when will I get that mic? When will I get that mic? I want to say something. We sat from 5 o'clock to 9:30 in the evening. No chance. Then I was just praying to Krishna. Krishna, you brought me here. Do something for me. And then finally I realized, okay, if not now, tomorrow. This is a 2-day convention. Then I went back home. I sent him a message that, I'm very grateful you allowed me to sit there, but do something for Krishna tomorrow. If you can do, I'll be very happy. And then I think something he felt. He said, at 4 o'clock he sent a message next day that, okay, you come, we'll see. Then again I ran. And this time Sriram Prabhu was not there. I took Harshal Prabhu and both my sons. Said, let's go. So we again went. It's pretty far, 50 kilometers away. Just going and sitting. No hope what will happen. And then finally they allowed, and the time came and it was almost 7. We sat at 5:30 Prabhu? 6 o'clock? Around 8 o'clock they allowed. 8 o'clock people all came, all the big guys are sitting. And finally he called, okay, come now. What do you want? He said, play this video. Then he told the DJ, okay, play the video. Then he told some lady comparing, that announce about ISKCON. And he told, 1 minute is what you get, 1 minute. I said, I know what is 1 minute, don't worry. So, and then she announced, and Prabhujis and Matajis, all the top-notch builders of the whole India are sitting, and there plays the video, starting with the picture of Prabhupada. I was so happy to see that. And then I was thinking, what should I speak? Sometimes your mouth goes dry, especially when you're standing in front of that kind of dignitaries. Each person's turnover is 20,000, 30,000 crores. What are you going to talk? Then I was praying to Krishna, please give me some words, because I'm only going to get 1 minute. In that 1 minute, I have to do whatever I need to. I just went there, took the mic, I looked at everybody, and I asked them, who is the biggest builder of India. And everybody looking at each other. He's putting competition between us. I said, who is the biggest builder of the world? Then they looked at. I said, Brahma is the greatest builder. Brahma is the greatest builder. And you're all chota Brahma sitting here. And my request to all the chota Brahmas or Brahma's agents is you can do something for Krishna. Here is the project ISKCON Hyderabad. You all can do something for this. Are you excited to take this invitation? I am here with the Bhagavad Gita invitation and little prasad. I told 30 seconds about the project, the main 4 objectives. You all know the objectives of Hyderabad, right? Somebody asked, you should tell. What are the 4 objectives? Krishna Darshan, right? And Krishna Katha, skill development for youth and women. And Gaushala, right? Serving of cows. And Annadan. Annadan, Prasad Dan. For 1 lakh meals per day is our target. We want to reach that. So I told this is the target. Right? And then I made them, my son was telling, before even I went there, my son was telling, Dad, don't mess this up. Don't go. And you were there, right? Sarjul was like, don't make them do something religious. He was very scared because there was a huge crowd there. Then I said, I just closed my eyes. I said, if you all want good health, happiness, and God's connection in life, chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They all chanted. They all were sitting, they all chanted. And then I said, I'm coming to you with the invitations. And then, to our misfortune, we had only few invitations. Because the first day we came with 100 invitations, with prasadam, Bhagavad Gita, everything. And second day, some were taken by another devotee somewhere else. I only had like 50 and some of these VIP cards alone and some of these guest pass alone. And then we were going from one contractor to another contractor. And Prabhujis and Matajis. The reason I told this long story is to tell you all. Every single person, the moment I walked there, wearing dhoti kurta, holding this, they all got up. They all got up. They stood up. And that they stood up because of the efforts put by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila. They all stood up. Even though, the lady who built that highest bridge, the person who built the Afghanistan parliament, as soon as I told Hare Krishna, yes, that was a kind of reception. And why am I telling that? Is don't hesitate to go. Just barge in. This is how it happens. Did I plan any of these 2 things? No, it was not planned. I went there, and yesterday we had I was so happy. We all celebrated, and we took the contacts. We gave the book, and they said, I will write the contact. The people who don't give their mobile number to any Aragara person, because people will call them for jobs, for contracts. They were writing. We got 80 contacts of the biggest builders in India. 80 contacts. And now all we have to do is we have to personally contact them and cultivate them. Right? Don't just look for money. Money, Krishna's problem. He'll take care. Right? This is a great opportunity to cultivate the leaders. And you have so many leaders around you, but we are ignoring them. I'm telling this, there are 30 VIP cards here. How many of you want to go to the 30 leaders near your house or in your office and give it? Lift your hand. Just barge in. You don't think who is he, whether he come or not. Forget about it. Just go and do. There were some contractors who came from Madhya Pradesh, some came from Cochin, some came from Jharkhand, some came from so many places. I didn't hesitate to give the card saying that will he come to our temple opening or no, because this is in Hyderabad. Prabhuji and Mataji, the positive impression that we leave is going to make that person serve Srila Prabhupada somewhere in India. Right? So we gave the cards, and some of them said, we can't come, but can I send my relative who lives in Hyderabad? I said, very good. You send, why not? Right? So please take these VIP cards. Now this is the last time. We spent a lot to make this. It's our donated money through which we printed all this. So please take this and give it to them. Write their name. Tomorrow I am going to meet some very prominent people. Even tomorrow. I have already listed down. How am I getting this? Just through our enthusiasm to go and give. Just look out, which is the company. You see a company board, you have a friend in that company, just barge in and tell, I want to meet the CEO. Why? I just want to give him an invitation card. We don't want your money. Just be part of this project. Right? So are you all excited to take? Very good. Right? You have the passes there. guest passes there and you have the VIP cards here. Please take them. And please take them and go and give to as many people as possible, right? And we have Gaura Purnima festival, Haribol. We are going to celebrate here on Tuesday. So there is eclipse. So please hear this announcement very clearly so that you all know how it's going to happen. Some of the devotees, by the way, this is also a nice announcement to make. Almost 25 devotees in this satsang. You will not know their names to call next time you meet them because all the names will change. They all are getting initiated. Right? So, and there are many more waiting also. I hope Bhakti Prem Maharaj will again do the next batch. 6 people are already waiting. You have to catch from Maharaj again. So there's so many, getting connected to this great parampara. Right? So please, and then day after tomorrow is Gaura Purnima. So once again, there is eclipse. So we have got a clear announcement from ISKCON. How do we handle the eclipse and Gaura Purnima together? So please make Chapan Bhog for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. How many are excited to make? Yeah, each one makes 5 and we are crossing to 300. Right? So cook that before 3 o'clock. Cook that before 3 o'clock. Keep a tulsi leaf, close the lid and bring it here. We will offer it after the eclipse. We'll have Abhishekam starting at 7 o'clock. Right? And then we'll have the Chapan Bhog offering at 8 o'clock. Lecture will happen from 5 to 7. During the eclipse time, we can have lecture, no problem. Okay, na? So, Prashadam, Gaura Arati will happen around 8 o'clock. Once again, cook before 3:30, cook before 3 o'clock, bring your bhoga here. We will offer it after the Abhishekam at 8 o'clock. Abhishekam starts sharp at 7 o'clock. Lecture starts sharp at 5 o'clock. So, please come and let us together celebrate Gaura Purnima. And immediately after that, in 3-4 days, our Bhumi Puja. So, anybody has any questions at this point? I'll just take regarding Bhumi Puja or invitations or anything. Sorry, Prabhu, to make you sit like this. This is a very important weekend for us, otherwise we lose this opportunity. Yeah. Anybody has any questions?
For the guest passes,
yeah.
We would have to send it through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay? And they don't have the guest passes, but they come.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So, Prabhuji's question is, can I send an electronic version of guest pass to somebody? Yes, you can. It's okay if they don't have the physical pass, they can still come. Anybody else, any other question? Yes, bro.
Can you announce about Bhumi Puja timings once very briefly?
Okay, Bhumi Puja timings, Haribol, quickly. I know it's already 9 o'clock, sorry. So, morning 5:19 Muhurta, Shankusthapana will happen. You all can come. You can sit there in the ground and chant also. Right? So, till 8 o'clock, the rituals will happen regarding the, the pit that is made and, the whole rituals around it. Very eventful. So, be there. All the devotees who are sponsored for the deities, as part of the DT scheme, you all will sit in the yajna. That will start from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And then whoever guests are coming or VIPs are coming, the prasadam for them, breakfast will start at 7:30 only. That's parallelly happening. They can keep having. So we will sit in the yajna. Everybody who sits in yajna will not honor any prasad before that. At 10 o'clock, yajna is over and you all can have prasad. Around 10:30, we'll keep those bricks. There are bricks that we have 2 bricks. 2 bricks will be given, 1 brick you will keep in the pit, 1 brick you will take it to your home, and when the actual deities come, then on that day you will bring that brick and keep it under the deities. That is the plan of deities, right? So, you are going to be doing the yajna till 10 o'clock, and from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, hopefully the chief minister is coming, hopefully many ministers are coming, and many dignitaries are coming. They all will come and they will do Purnahuti in the main place where the Yajna-sthali, where the whole puja happened. And all the devotees who have done the yajna also will go and keep their respective bricks in that particular place. Right? And then the afternoon lunch prasadam will start. There is separate prasad for VIPs, VVIPs, separate prasad for VIPs, separate prasad for donors, separate prasad for all the devotees and guests and general public. So there is different counters. Lot of services that you can do. Some of them are already allocated for these services. Whoever are eager, day after tomorrow, I'll let you know what more services are there, how many people we need. Any other questions? And the program will go on till evening 6 o'clock. Right? Till evening 6 o'clock it will go on, and there will be stage programs, many VIPs coming and going, and we'll continue this. And after that, the construction will start. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Just one more important announcement. Sorry, I just remembered it. So because Prabhuji is here, I want to say that the only temple which is doing 64 Rath Yatras is ISKCON Ujjain. 64 Rath Yatras. I wish the same inspiration is taken by every state of India. And so many Rath Yatras are done. Right? So every time Maharaj sends that message to me and he sets a target for all of us. Right? +1 will please him a lot. Because that's what we did last year also. Maharaj sent 32, we made 40. Now he said 64. I don't know what to do, but please start thinking. And last time the school Rath Yatra was a very big hit. We want to do school Rath Yatras. All those schools are again calling Shalu Mataji and Anil Prabhu. They are spearheading this. I don't know where they are. Prabhuji is here, Haribol. Shalu Mataji, she is there. They broke the ice of entering into a school to do Rath Yatra. And Prabhuji and Mataji, every principal who did that school Rath Yatra, every teacher who witnessed that school Rath Yatra, they are going and telling another school, Way school, you don't do Rath Yatra. We are doing Rath Yatra. You know, it's such a big hit. 800 students pulling Rath Yatra for 12 times in their school life. Don't you think they'll become Jagannath devotees? Automatically they'll become, right? So that's the greatest festival. So please approach the schools near your house. We have no criteria that it has to be a 100-member school or a 50. Last time we did a Rath Yatra for 40 children's school. And that was the sweetest Rath Yatra. And all children were below 5 years. Right? Exclusive Rath Yatra for them. And their parents came. Whole colony participated. So don't hesitate. Go and talk to the schools. We have several videos of the Rath Yatras. We professionally made them. All the videos are there in the channel. So please go and show. This is how it is done. You all will be happy. So please come back. Your offering to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is increasing the number of Rath Yatras. Are you all going to do it? We are going to do it, right? So this year our target is 40 schools. 40 schools. 40 Rath Yatras. Right? So please let's start thinking about it. We already have Raths. We have 8 Raths, 5 big Raths and 3 small Raths. That's quite a lot. In 9 days, 9 into 8 is what? 72. We should touch 70 this year. And then there should be a need to create another Rath. Are you all excited? Vitai Gaura Hare Premanande. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Ladadai Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankana Kalaye Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimho Vahir Narsimho Vidaye Narsimho Narasimhamadhin Sharanam Prapade Avakara Kamala Vare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanunga Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Avakara Kamala Hare Naka Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanunga Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. भक्त विकनाथ नरसिंह देव भगवान की, तो शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की प्रेम ध्वनि, प्रेम ध्वनि। नो जय विष्णुपाद, प्रेम ध्वनि 1 minute. So we can do.
Jayam Krishna Paramahansa Parivakacharya Sthitra Shushuman Human Graces Bhakti Swami Kishore Prabhu ki
Jai.
Paramahansa Parivakacharya Sthitra Shushuman Divine Grace of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Prem se Gaura Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivastadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda ki
Jai.
Shri Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
Shri Panchatattva ji ki
Jai.
Radha Madhava ki
Jai.
Puridam ki
Jai.
Jagannath Prabhu Subhadra ji ki
Jai.
Shri Vrindavan ki
Jai.
Shri Radha Madhava ki
Jai.
Tulsi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Sankirtan Yagya ki jai.
Jai.
All glory to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glory to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glory to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glory to Sri Guru and
Hribo, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, small request, everybody just assemble on this side. She wants to take a picture, so it will be used for a Bhumi Puja publicity. Group video, yeah. Please direct where we should be, Mataji. Yeah, Prabhuji will direct, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji. I request the Mataji for sitting just